So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put a little bit, like just a little bit of dog food, and so that's about a half a jar. And then you also put the deer mix in a bucket, and you walk up the hill. You might see a turkey and chuck it on the concrete pad. Then you'll come down and you'll get some cat food. This is the cat food for the outdoor cats, and it's just the naturals. And you'll get the plastic bowls. You'll get a couple of the blue ones. You might want to get 3 if you see Grayson. Get an extra one, but yeah, Grayson may or may not be there, but you'll get Friskies. There's going to be a whole stack of them by the fridge. And then you basically take it outside, and I don't know if those guys will be around, but they each get, I just fill up about a half of the bowl of each of those, and then I split the can between them. And like I said, if you see Grayson, he'll get his own food. I usually even go get a whole other can. Then with the water, what I do is I will take the old water that the raccoons have dirtied, and I just will, on the porch, I will just try to water a lot of the plants that you'll see. So you can do the different ones, maybe the hanging plant, just see what needs a little bit of water. And then I basically, the one by the door usually needs it. It's a little thing. So anyway, and then I just take the water bowls inside and fill them up and take them outside for the outdoor cats. Hopefully you get to see them. That's Romeo and that's Rosie. And then I come in and I turn on the grow lights because I have some kind of seedlings. The deer will just decimate. And I spritz that, and then I come around and turn on this set of lights. It's just for the cactus and stuff. So I turn it on in the morning, and then at night whenever I come, or whenever you come, you might want to, I turn these ones on. Just a couple is fine. Just showing you what that looks like. Then I will actually get some food for Pearl. I usually try to get her to eat extra. She likes the fancy feast. And then I get Molly her smalls that's in the refrigerator, and this stuff you will need to heat it up for 10 seconds. I usually do about a third of a thing in the bowl and just heat it. This microwave's goofy. You hit the time thing, and then you have to a lot of times count back. But don't do more than 10 seconds. But Molly, she goes in phases when she eats it. So I'm just always making sure Molly eats, so she also will get the fancy feast, but she has to have chicken. Okay, so now we're on to the birds. So that you see, these are the peanut butter pellets, that suet pellets, and then there was also the cake pellet. And you're going to get the bird food, the economy, and then you're going to put a half in one of the buckets. There are 2 buckets, a bigger bucket, half of that, and then the full small one. And you're going to walk up the hill, climb up the tree, and you won't see the kitties outside. But anyway, you'll see the bird feeders, and here's the suet cake that goes in the green thing. And the suet pellets go into the mesh thing and hang it up. And then I fill this one up, hang it up. Try to avoid all the bird shit everywhere. And then you'll fill this one up completely, just fill that. And so that's full. And then this last one, a lot of times the light that is it's a solar light, it falls off, so you might have to look for that. I don't know who's knocking it off. It's probably the deer. Then hang that up, and that's pretty much it for the birds. Then you, again, give Molly what you can. I give her Hydrocare every single day, which has been helping her. with her congestion. Then I take 2 of the big plates. That's for Molly. You get the Weruva, and she gets a half a can of the Weruva for Molly, half a can for Pearl. And then Molly gets this, she gets the pumpkin. It's like a pumpkin Viva La Cat or whatever. So she gets a half a can of that on her plate. She does like it. And then Pearl gets, there's a stack beside the Weruva. It's either the urinary or there's another Weruva up there that is good for her. So I just give her a quarter of this. And there's all these little blue lids that you can put on them to put them back in the refrigerator. So that is for Pearl and Molly, and they get the expensive food just because they're old and I worry about them the most. Then the other cats get just Friskies. I split a can between the 4 of them, and that's pretty easy. Some of them have a little bit of the juice, so I split it in 4. And then I also will do the Fancy Feast and the Fancy Feast fish one that the cats love. It's in the blue can. And so I split that also by 4 and 4. There it is. Yeah, it's the Fancy Feast. So anyway, so these guys and the outdoor cats just get the Fancy Feast and the Friskies. And then once I have this all divvied up, I just take it to wherever they are. And so I just, a lot of times it'll just be on the floor or wherever. And you may not see a lot of the cats. I don't think you're going to see much of Nina anywhere. But there you go. That's Simone. Let's see who else we have here. We have, let's see if Violet's around. There's Nina. You probably won't see her, but that's Nina right there. She's so afraid of people. There's Chucky over there. And I should have sped this up because you guys are probably really bored. There's Violet. And last but not least, Chucky. There's for Chucky. Anyway, and as you can see, they're usually just laying around in different places. Then I take Molly's up to her, and I will also take Pearl's up to her. So Molly is usually either under the couch upstairs or there's Pearl. She's been sitting by the window lately too, but she's usually under this couch. She sometimes is in the bedroom. She hasn't been in the basement recently, but I don't know. She's a tricky girl. There she is. You can see the striped nose. So it's just important to get her to eat because she has hyperthyroidism, and so and plus with her upper respiratory infection, she can't breathe, so she can't smell. And there's Pearl. I don't know how well Pearl's gonna do. Medicine for Pearl, she just gets a little dollop on her finger, and I sometimes will bring a brush over to her just because she likes to be brushed. But first I will clean her ear with the wipes. Clean both ears. So I alternate. Her ears get extra crusty. She doesn't like it the best, but she's okay. And like I said, I entice her with a brush. That part I sped up. Okay, so this is Molly getting her medicine. Molly gets both ears cleaned first. And you see I just have her sitting on my lap. I'm not really restraining her. She's so used to getting her medicine and everything. So then this is the mirtazapine. or this is the methimazole. So she gets 2 clicks. So you can see here, you turn the bottom to the right twice and you'll hear it click. Take it off on your finger. Then, since I wiped her ears, I'm going to put it on her left ear. And then I will do the same. I'll get the mirtazapine. I'm going to put a strip of it on my finger right beneath your joint, then put a strip all the way up. This is an appetite stimulant, and she only gets it in the morning, so that's important too. Both her and Pearl only get it in the morning. You definitely don't want to do it twice a day. Let's see, got it on her ear, and that one goes on her right ear. Okay, so then Molly also gets CBD oil, so I just give her 1 squirt of that. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with my mouth in this video. Okay, she gets 1 squirt of that, pretty easy peasy. Then she gets 1 squirt of this amino B-plex, it's just like vitamins and stuff. That's really good for her. Then finally, I put some saline in her nose. It's just a simple saline, and it helps kind of release stuff. So she's really good. I just put a couple drops in each nostril, but like I said, she's pretty good. And then she will, you'll see floating around in different places. There's the litter boxes. They're down in the basement. And then there's 2 upstairs, 1 in the bedroom and 1 in the office. The food and the water, I just check that. The food, they'll get the Hill's sensitive stomach, and the water bowls, they're just kind of around, just to make sure they're still going. You'll see them up in the bedroom as well as pretty much in each room. Thank you so much.